try this. Oh my word, that is absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. Just got to drill a hole in there so that sits in there. That's wonderful. What a great piece of kit that is. Tiller fittings, which I'm hoping the camera's focusing on, from Ray Marine. This is the Mark III with the bronze insert in the stainless bracket. That will screw into there. We'll nip up the lock nut, keep it in place. Theory being, with that lock nut there, should this break, it'll break above the lock nut. And then I'll be able to undo the lock nut and get this section out. Clamp on that and clamped it down. Perfect. So I bolted my 8mm pin in there, drifted the bush in there. I have the option to cut this off flush if I want this to sit lower, but like that it looks to be pretty horizontal, which I think is a good thing. I've got the ram in mid position and the tiller straight ahead, so that's right. And when we give it some of this, there we go. Fair bit of play in it for some reason. Obviously the bracket's only sat on the tiller at the moment. basically okay, I think. Of course, what I really want to do is get the trim tab one working, and this just to be the sort of backup, shall we say. Okay. There's one part of this that I really don't like, and I'll show you that. And I think, well, if anyone's got any suggestions how to solve that, please fire away. I think my trim tab autopilot idea will solve this, but if you've got any other ideas, please feel free. I'll show you it. Here's the pin sticking up from the tiller, and at the moment it's pretty much upright. If the bracket were all the way down, it would be upright, but when the tiller goes over, because of that angle of the stern, the angle of that pin changes enormously, and obviously it's being flexed. We can assume that the bulk of the steering only happens in that range, but if there's a bit of play in here. There's a smaller hole in the bottom and bigger at the top, which allows that pin to do that a bit in there. This pin's currently too long, needs cutting off shorter, but still, that's why they're breaking. They're being flexed, and they work harden and break off. Metal fatigue. And I don't really know what to do about that, apart from, as I say, my idea of the trim tab ram, which certainly should work, and I shall get to that soon. Take a little stroll to see what Hazel's up to. For the work going on in the boatyard. Big catamaran there that have been sanding for a week at least. Obviously doing a repaint. Starting to look quite good though, their prep work. Let's see what Hazel's up to. Thought I'd come and see what's going on.
Alright.
What have you been doing?
Well, we've been building a desk.
Yeah, and you've been varnishing today, yeah?
Yes, that is correct. It's only the first coat so far. So.
Yeah.
That.
Okay.
And that.
Yeah.
Oh, with this one I was wondering if I should have painted that white as well, but...
I would have painted that white, I think, but it's not too late.
It's not too late?
No.
Okay.
One coat of varnish should just seal the wood, you can get paint over that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. Coming on?
I guess it would look really good if this and this was both white.
Yeah, I agree. And the floor piece is varnished.
Yeah.
Then it matches the rest of the boat there.
Yeah,
the floor's wood and the sides there are white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
nice.
Just the first coat, so...
Sure, early days.
Yeah.
So we've come out to a flamenco night in a tiny little club here in Rota. We'll see what comes of it. It's all a bit of a mystery, but it's certainly plenty of chat going on. It's the stage, waiting for them to give us a performance. The cool thing I comment on already is there's all sorts of people here. There's young people, there's people that rock listeners, rocker types, there's old people, pensioners, and there's the whole cross section of society, which is amazing. But I'm very interested to see what's going to happen.
Now, I'm sure it doesn't come across from those clips, but and clearly music is a question of taste. But I've seen AC/DC in the Bon Scott years, and they were utterly fantastic. I've seen Oscar Peterson, who was utterly fantastic, and that flamenco show was as good as anything I've seen. It was brilliant, and I hope we get to see some more. What a show. Giving her a little run up. Seems to be all okay. Started really well. Yeah, generally speaking, in good condition, I believe. Well, I've decided it's such a good fit, I'm going to do it with butyl. I want to be able to take it apart again, so like that, and hope that's going to squidge out everywhere, which I think it will. Quite good. And now I'm going to change. I've got those ball ones. I'm going to put one of those ball ones in there now. See what that looks like. Hopeful. Well, it's another one of those blustery days in between what, shopping and laundry that we've got going on. I'm trying to make a couple of shelves to fit in here. This is the forward end of the saloon. 2 shelves to come in here. And as you might see, it's a bit of a tricky shape. I've done my best to mark it out. I don't know if you'll see that sort of, what is it, parallelogram, and I'm now going to try to cut it and see if it fits, which I kind of got my doubts, but once I've got the first one cut, I'll see how far out it is and we'll see where we go from there. Oh, it's not easy, is it? It's a mess. See how that goes. Well, all things considered, that is pretty darn good. Wow. Tricky, isn't it? That is not easy. Good. That's fine. So I've just planed an angle on the end of there, which is sort of guesstimated, but seems to be close. I think we want to come this way a little bit. Shouldn't be far out, I don't think. That'll be there. How does that look? That actually looks pretty good, I think. further away. So what do we think? Does that line look reasonable? I think it does. I think it's okay. The next stage is to put a strip under there just to firm up that edge, and the fiddle up there and make that nice and strong. Yeah, varnish it, I suppose, or paint it, one or the other. Okay, I just got the buttons around for the second shelf. It's going to be a little triangular, or narrower at the forward end, wider at the aft end shelf. I'm going to put a little bracket on the bottom of this one here to clamp. I've got this microphone stand here. I want to be able to clamp that on here somehow. But there, it's coming on quite well. Still got the fiddles to go on there clearly, and paint, varnish, but I'm pleased with that. It's looking good. I've got a little place for my Nazaré souvenir boat. Yeah, looking good. That's some kind of bungee here, I think, because that's a handy place. That's a USB microphone in that case. Handy place for it. I think I'll put a bungee there so it just stays in place. It's great. And it's another step towards my sorting out stowage. I'm constantly moving things around, trying to work out the best stowage, make the optimum use of the space. And it's pretty good, but it can always be improved, can't it? This is my starboard side shelf now. Look, I've got navigation books in there, my pilot books, camera stuff, and some music stuff up that end. Plus, above the nav table, at the moment I've got a load of little cables which I want to get out of there onto my new shelf and free up some space on that shelf above the nav table there for other things. There we go. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's it for this week. It's another glorious day in Spainy Dice. Not too shabby at all, eh? Anyhow, thank you for watching. As ever, massive thank you goes out to the lovely people who support us via Patreon and PayPal. And my poor patrons have been neglected a bit recently. I must get a video up for you guys very, very soon. Anyhow, there we go. That's it, as I said. See you next time. Bye.